As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. There's a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted.
That's inside.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
And a curve is down and in. Fastball for a strike. It's 2-2. The wind and the pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. Struck him out looking. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack, sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. Springer there makes the catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
José Trevino in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on the line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Ryan McMahon in the box here lets that one go for a ball. The Jays up by a run, bottom half of inning number 2. And that one missing low. Bassitt with a look to first, and he dives back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some, perhaps score a ball in the gap.
Anthony Volpe on deck for the Yankees.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Next offering is in for a strike. Big swing and a miss.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. One left for the Yankees. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Started. Cavan Biggio up to the plate. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. Right down to shoot, and that is strike 1.
Yeah, and beyond that, all the other men in those clubhouses that sort of take you under their wing as a son or a nephew and show you some of the tricks of the trade. It's just invaluable, that type of experience.
And a 1-1. Bounce to the right side. Over to Goldie. And they get Biggio for the out.
Up next is the left fielder,
Back to the top of the lineup, Nathan Lukes. Next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. And that's in there for strike one. Lukes hitting leadoff in today's game. And he's usually in right, today starting in left. One down, base is empty. And it's fouled away.
Boog, if I was to break it down and make it simple, I would say right field's kind of a chill spot compared to left field. Left field's that second hot corner, in my opinion.
The wind of the pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
1-2.
Just off the inside corner. Now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The pitch. And a swing and a miss. That's the second out.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Springer, the next to hit, takes ball 1. High fly ball out towards left field. That's back. So he goes yard to left. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
A fastball might be the most satisfying pitch to hit a home run, and he did it with the pitch outside the zone. Impressive. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort in left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
So 2 away with nobody on. And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The wind of the pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. The pitch. There's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Swings through that high fastball.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at bat.
hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time. If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
The 0-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires the first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Soto in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Two outs. And a foul ball. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And another ball. That misses the zone, and the count's full.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's wrong.
Left-hand hitter waits. He goes down looking. So they go quietly. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Biggio. And he deals. Slider misses outside. In for a strike, and now it's even 1-1. Fastball for a strike. And the righty deals. On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
The catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Struck out swinging his first time. Infield shifted to the pull side. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. That one in the dirt, and the count 1-2. Bounce to third. McMahon sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now that designated hitter, Addison Barger.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Blue Jays go down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back in the Bronx on a 4, and now the right fielder, Aaron Judge. He's a guy, Chris's highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Fouled off down the right side. On the ground, right side. Biggio throws to first in time. 1 down.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just pours in on the hands.
Ross stands in now and watches strike 1.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
The Blue Jays up by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And now 1 and 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Down, base is empty. Got him. And there's 2 down.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm. Put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing, because he's coming right after these guys.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Clobber to right field, way back, gone. He muscles that one out the opposite way. His first homer of the year, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going nuts. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Base is empty. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball one. Two down, nobody on. Strike one.
One ball, one strike.
And another ball. On the corner at the knees for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Hand up as he asks for time at the plate. Hard ground ball, base stop. Around first, digging for two. Well, he thought about two, but he's back to first safely. Two outs, runner at first. And stepping in for the Yankees, José Trevino. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
One ball, no strike.
Chisholm, the runner at first with two gone. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
Bassitt with a look to first. And he's out. And they got him. That ends the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And the home team down a run. Back in New York. And now the center fielder, Daulton Varsho.
Daulton Varsho.
The wide to kick the pitch. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where hitters hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Good eye right there.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Chop back up the middle. Volpe. Low throw, and he can't dig it out.
Now third base, Ernie.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And that's in for a strike. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. That's to third. Over to Jazz. There's one. On to Goldschmidt. That's two.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some of the rhythm. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
So up next for Toronto, Cavan Biggio. That one finds the zone. Going one. 2 outs. That misses the zone. And 1-1. Here's a rocket out to left. Soto brings it in. And that is that. Back now in the Bronx. Bottom of the inning. Here's José Trevino. Bassitt back to work. Fly ball down the line. Springer on the move. He's got it. And there's one away.
Now he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Caught looking his first time up. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Going to count 1-2. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Got him swinging.
I always love when we get to see these big arching curveballs that just barely register on the radar gun. And then it's even more hilarious when a professional hitter swings right through it. I mean, you just want to mash that pitch. It's so tough to keep your balance and let it travel. And you're trying to just jump all over it. And when you don't make contact, it's kind of embarrassing.
Clement makes the catch, and that'll do it. Down in order go the Yankees. And our score remains 2-1. Top of the 6th inning, digging in, Nathan Lucas. Here the right-hander back to work. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. And that one is lifted in the air. Grisham settles under it. Puts it away for the out. 1 down. Here's George Springer. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Right through there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-2. That's a little bit low. One down, base is empty.
Ball 2. 2-2.
just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the sixth.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Righty to the plate. And there's ball four. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Man at first with one gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now
is hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Cole a check to first, and Springer's in there safely. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. That misses the zone. 1-0. And he dives in safely. And a pitch. Fastball for a strike. So now 1-2. Oh, the throw is wild. Springer leads off second with one gone in the inning. Next offering is downstairs. Line drive and foul ball. Man at second. Off the mark there. Full count, 3-2.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Swung on, belted. And that one hops the wall. The throw into second, and he's in there as a run scores.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Biggio gets a chance to hit. Not close with that one, and it's 1-0. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Runner at second here, one gone. Blasted it right past it.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And that one a little below the knees, and that's ball one. Runner at second, 2 down. And that one's a little bit low. Ball 2. Inside, just missed. Addison Barger on deck for the Blue Jays. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Kicks and fires. That one called a strike. Full count now. Man on second, 2 down. Swings and misses, struck him out. Blue Jays get a run on this double by Vlad. One ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back in the Bronx. Going to line up 6. Here's a big power threat. Trent Grisham. Grisham, a former Gold Glove winner, 27 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And a pitch. And a strike.
You know, these Yankees being a little too patient at the plate in this game. I'm surprised with all the strikeouts looking we've seen from them. Sometimes you get fooled up there, but it's just happening too often right now.
Left-hand batter waits. Next offering misses down and away.
I mean, they're getting hittable pitches. That's why they're called strikes. But going back to the dugout, knowing you could have done something with what you got is frustrating for hitters.
And the right-hander deals. That one missing inside. The 2-2 on the way. And that's a strikeout looking. Buckled in with the backdoor breaking ball for strike 3.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And well, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Soto in the box again, takes a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
One out, base is empty. Next offering is down low.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Next pitch is outside. Lifted in the air down the left side. That one gets down for a hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
It's Aaron Judge now. That misses, and that's ball one.
One ball, no strike.
Runner edges away at second. Late on that fastball.
One ball, one strike.
Up the middle. Throw is low, and he can't pick it.
Man, that was a great effort to lunge and pick that one at first. The throw was way short, but he almost bailed him out. Just couldn't get it to stick in the mitt.
2 on, 1 out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Ben Ross. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. That misses the zone. Ball one.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. On the ground to first, and it's just foul. That was close.
Well, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and get out of this little jam.
Bassitt with a look to first. Judge dives and he's picked off. Two outs. Got him. Huge strikeout there. A hit and an error in the inning, but they fail to score. We're through 6 full. It's back at Yankee Stadium, top of inning number 7. And now the DH, Addison Barger. The pitch. And that's outside. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough the 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
And here it comes. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-1. And the pitch. On the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. Adam out front for the strikeout. Here's the center fielder, Daulton Varsho. And first offering is fouled off. That's out to center field. Grisham settles under it. 2 down.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the third baseman.
And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Bounce to the left side. Volpe throws to first in time. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, but they still lead it 3-1. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. He went deep back in the 4th. Pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, bro, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
Bassitt back to work. Out towards right center field. Varsho sizes this one up. And out number 1 on the grab. The Yankees looking to rally.
Number 13, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 2.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
Fastball for a strike. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Chad Green appears to be getting loose. Pearson also getting ready. One down, base is empty. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
Well, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Fires over to Guerrero. And there are 2 outs.
That was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
So digging in, José Trevino. There's a strike at the knees.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Two down, nobody on. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit.
What's good for the pitcher is a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Runner at first with 2 away. Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. Looks like we've got a substitution at first. On a pinch run, Oswaldo Cabrera. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Bangs off the wall. Coming home. In between, trying for third now. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. So it's 1 run on 2 base hits. No errors and no one left on. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Yankees 2. So coming into the game now on defense, Austin Wells. He takes over behind the plate. Well, 1-run game. Now it's the second baseman, Cavan Biggio.
Tired or not, he's relentless with the way he pitches. He might be exhausted out there, but his stuff is still nasty.
On the ground right side, Goldie takes it to the bag, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Nathan Lukes. 1 for 3. That's a strike. 0-1. And that's outside. 1 down, base is empty. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul.
Now just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. People at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
And now we'll get a mound visit from the pitching coach. Probably trying to give a little more time for that arm out in the bullpen to get warmed up. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Gerrit Cole is done in this one, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute. Adam Ottavino into the game. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Springer in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that skips into dirt. And it's through for a hit. And that extends the inning. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Foul ball there. Springer off of first with 2 away. Ground ball up the middle. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Tidy work out of the Yankee bullpen there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Yankees 2. Now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Chad Green
gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Now this guy, a player that when he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
And a pitch. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Hit hard on the ground is short. Throws to first in time. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Grisham in the box now. Takes strike 1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Strike 2. Looking to get the tying run on base. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Pitch. That one is absolutely belted. When one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. I'll tell you, and it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a ball the other way. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Here's Juan Soto. In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Next pitch inside, and the count even 1-1. So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to happen with 2 strikes.
At the belt and fires. And he grounds one back up the middle. In plenty of time to first. They get the out on Soto.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
The Judge takes a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Right-handed reliever. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
The pitch. And there's a ball. The tying run is 90 feet away. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That ends the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Camilo Doval.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Bo Bichette, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a groundout. Doval measures 6 feet 2 inches, 185 pounds, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. A way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
The 0-1 and ball 1. Popped up, Chisholm under it, corrals it, and there's one away. Now here is Alejandro Kirk. And that one pulled foul. And he deals.
Ball.
Wouldn't chase that time. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
One down, base is empty. There's a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Barger in now, takes ball 1 off the plate.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Here comes a pitch. And that one is inside. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. And there's the automatic.
Triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Three and 2 now. Out there to center. Grisham settles under it. Nabs it. And that is that. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jordan Romano. A chance at his first save of the year. Now up as the Yankees DH, Ben Ross. The corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. The pitch. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Tosses across the first, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
A couple of pitches and a quick out.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. He's already homered here in this one. Splits the plate. It's 0-1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. And that one is lifted in the air. Varsho going back. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent base.
So last chance for the Yankees. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Fouled off. He was late. This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, his first save of the season is in the books, and that was a nice job of him coming in the game and closing it out. He's off and running now.
A 3-2 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
this afternoon. First for the victorious Blue Jays, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They led 3 runners on base. For the Yankees, 2 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. They led 5 runners on base. Time by ball game, 2 outs, 10 and 53 minutes. Our payment attendance here at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, $47,300. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please get in safely.
Who you know that could top us? I'm like, show me. Wife ain't rocking with no sign. She an Enneagram 10. Why I need a 9 when I just registered my pen? I was climbing to the ceiling, but I think God misplaced it. They won't put me on no playlist. I'm no good at fitting in. Baby, I'm drenched, living water flowing.